Hi everyone, welcome back to the Tiny Human Handbook. Today I'm excited to talk about a topic that's close to my heart, how to minimize baby items and sell the ones you no longer need. This is especially important for those of us who embrace minimalism in our parenting journey. My name's Ellen, I am a minimalist mom. I try to keep all of our items in the household down to the simple things that we need. I've been this way as long as I can remember. I like to keep my life clutter-free and love to declutter and organize spaces. I'm also a mom, and when my son was in his first year, I found that we were accumulating newer things every single day. It seemed like there was always something new we needed. But as a minimalist, I knew I wanted to only keep a small number of essential items for future children and find a way to let go of the rest. The benefits of minimalism in parenting are truly remarkable. It helps reduce clutter, making our living spaces more peaceful and easier to manage. It also encourages us to be intentional about what we bring into our homes. We're focusing on quality instead of quantity. And it sets a great example for our kids, teaching the value of simplicity and responsible consumption. So today I'm sharing tips and strategies for assessing what baby items to keep, how to sort out gently used baby items and sell them, and ways to make the entire process simple and beginner friendly. So let's get started. All right, so let's dive into the first step, assessing what baby items to keep. So this initial process can seem daunting, but it's crucial for maintaining a minimalist approach. When I started, I gathered all of Cullen's baby items in one place so I could see everything at once. This made it easier to evaluate each item and make decisions on what to keep. I recommend setting aside a dedicated time to do this, maybe during nap time or whenever you have some quiet time to focus. The key here is to be intentional and honest about what you really need for future children. It's tempting to keep everything just in case you need it, but that can quickly lead to clutter and filling up all of your storage. Instead, focus on keeping what's only truly necessary and versatile. So think about items that can serve multiple purposes and the condition. So make sure that they're in good condition and can withstand another round of babyhood. Another strategy is to go through clothes and toys as soon as your baby outgrows them. This keeps you from getting too sentimental later on when those tiny clothes bring back all the memories. So start with the bigger sizes that your little one just outgrew and work your way down to the smaller sizes, ending with newborn or preemie clothes, since those ones tend to be the most sentimental. And remember, it is okay to feel attached to certain items. If something feels too sentimental to let go of immediately, set it aside and come back to it later. You might also find it helpful to take photos of these items or to look through the photos of your little one wearing these items. This way you can still look back on those precious moments without the clutter. A good place to start is with the items that are least likely to hold sentimental value. For example, start with socks or basic onesies. These items are usually easier to part with and can help you build some momentum for tackling more sentimental pieces later on. It's also worth noting that people frequently get rid of big baby items, strollers, cribs, bouncers, and swings. These items can take up a lot of space, and they're often not accepted at thrift stores like Goodwill. So because of this, you can easily find these items secondhand if you need them again in the future. So don't feel pressure to keep every large item if you don't have the storage space. This process is important because it helps you prioritize quality over quantity and keeping only the essentials. You're ensuring your space remains functional and calm, making it easier to find the things that you truly need. Plus, it frees up space for new memories and new experiences with your growing family. Now, let's talk about the challenges that come along with this process. If you're anything like me, you know how overwhelming it can be to get rid of a large number of baby items that seem to just multiply overnight. Clothes and toys, gear and gadgets. It can always feel like there's more stuff piling up. So one of the biggest challenges is simply just facing the mountain of items and not knowing where to start. It's easy to feel paralyzed by the volume of things, especially when you're also juggling the demands of a new baby and parenting. Trust me, I've been there and it can feel really overwhelming. Another major difficulty is deciding what to keep and what to let go. So this can be really tough because a lot of baby items are just tied to special memories. For example, the tiny outfit that Cullen wore home from the hospital, or some of his favorite toys that I was always searching for to help him have fun. Sentimental attachment can make the process emotionally exhausting, and you might find yourself holding on to items just because they remind you of a precious moment, even if they no longer serve a practical purpose. So this is completely normal, but it can make decluttering feel impossible. Another challenge is the fear of letting go of something that you might need in the future. It's the classic just in case mentality. So holding on to items just because you're worried that you might need them later on. And this can lead to keeping way more than necessary and contributing to clutter and making it really hard to maintain your home and your storage space. Plus, there's the practical element of managing the space, the physical space that these items take up. And the bigger the kid gets, the bigger their items get. And if you're storing items that you don't really need, your living space is going to feel cramped and cluttered. And that's not conducive to a minimalist and calm environment. So making things even more complicated, these items are not cheap. So you can think you spent really good money on this item, and that can be painful if you do want to part with it or if it's no longer useful to you. So the financial consideration adds another layer of difficulty to the decision process. So we're dealing with a combination of emotional, practical, and financial challenges when it comes to minimizing baby items. It's no wonder so many parents struggle with this. But don't worry, in the next section, I'll share some strategies that can help you with these decisions and making it all a bit easier and more manageable. So let's move on and explore some practical tips for assessing and organizing your baby items. Now that we've explored the challenges of minimizing baby items, let's dive into some practical solutions to help you navigate this process with confidence. Firstly, create a checklist of essential items. This checklist will serve as your guide to determining what you truly need to keep for future children. Consider items that are versatile, like something that can be used for multiple purposes or multiple stages of development. For example, a convertible crib, something that transitions to toddlerhood, or a shape sorter for blocks. You can use the blocks for stacking around 6 months old, and then throughout toddlerhood, the sorting aspect comes into play. Establish criteria for what to keep. Is it still in good shape? What's the condition? Assess practicality and whether it aligns with your own parenting philosophy, especially if this was your first little one and you're kind of learning along the way. Does it support your child's development? Does it provide convenience without being too complex? And of course, consider sentimental value. It's okay to keep a few items that hold a special memory for you, but be selective and mindful of how many you keep. To help you stay organized, here's some tips for efficient storage. 1, categorize items. Sort baby clothes by size and by type, onesies, slippers, and then toys by age appropriateness or type. So educational toys, stuffed animals, and use storage bins or containers. Use clear bins so you can see what's in them, and labels so you can see what's in each box. And maximize closet space, like vacuum bags that can help you store clothes more efficiently. And consider vertical storage. Install shelving units or use bookcases to store toys and books. This not only saves your floor space, which you're going to be needing for playing, but also helps keep things out of the little one's reach. Your checklist will help streamline the process, will help you minimize your baby items, and ensure that you have what you need for future children. The goal is to maintain a clutter-free environment, and that'll support your minimalist lifestyle and allow for more meaningful interactions and time with your little ones. Sorting out items to sell. Now that we've discussed and organized the baby items that you're keeping, let's shift our focus to the items you've decided to sell. This step not only declutters your home, but it also gives these items a new life with another baby. One of the challenges you might encounter is finding the best platforms to sell baby items. With so many options out there, from online marketplaces to local consignment shops, it can be overwhelming to decide where to list your items. And there's also the concern of resale. How do you make sure you're setting fair prices that reflect the item's condition and brand? So let me break it down for you. First, let's explore the benefits of selling gently used items. So not only does it help you clear out space in your home, but it also allows you to recoup some of the initial investment that you made in these items and get more developmentally appropriate things for this stage of life. And by reselling these items, you're helping other families access quality baby items at a more affordable secondhand price. What I did to start off was list a few items online. So I used eBay and Facebook Marketplace. So these platforms often have a large audience looking specifically for baby items, so that makes it easy to connect with potential buyers. If you have a really large number of items, what I do is I go to a consignment shop first, and whatever they take, and that means that I have less things to list and sell, which makes it a little bit less time consuming for me. So if you have a consignment shop nearby, check out their website first, give them a call or visit beforehand just to see what type of items they take, if there's any that they definitely won't take, and that way you don't have to load up your car and drive over there with the baby or with your children. So for your listings, highlight any special features. Clean the items first. So you'll want to put any baby clothes through the laundry, and sometimes I'll even iron them if it's appropriate to make it nice for photos. So in your description, keep it honest and detailed. So write the size, the brand, the color, condition, and mention any wear and tear, stains, holes, problems with zippers, things like that. You can also research prices, look up the item, see what items have sold, how much they've sold for, and price your items accordingly. If you want them to sell faster, list them a little lower. And then be mindful of taking offers as well. You may be accepting a lower selling price, especially if people are buying multiple things from your listings. Consider also bundling items together to attract buyers, especially clothing. I like to put all of one size in a big bundle together so I can get rid of all of the 0 to 3 clothes at once. And I'll also throw in bibs, socks, shoes, smaller things, even toys or books sometimes. Bundle those in with the clothes because that's just an added bonus for the buyer. And it also gets rid of things for you. Also consider listing winter items in the fall and summer items in the spring. If you have the storage and the time, that can help with your sale. Or you can just keep it listed year round. It doesn't hurt to have an item listed for multiple months because you can always take the listing down and relist it as something new. And with consignment shops and children's resale stores, the shops do take a percentage of the price, but so do online marketplaces as well usually. It can be convenient because you don't have to make a big listing or deal with pickup and drop off of the items and payment type. And each item you sell not only benefits you, but also helps out another family in need of quality baby gear. Hopefully that gave you a thorough guide. But as we continue our journey to minimize and sell baby items, it's crucial to consider the impact of our actions on the environment. Sustainable practices not only benefit our homes, but also contribute to a healthier planet for the littler ones in the future generations. One of the concerns is potential waste and environmental impact of discarded baby items. So especially plastic-based toys and non-recyclable materials, those can contribute to landfill waste and environmental pollution. So this raises questions about how we can responsibly manage items that can no longer be used or sold. Firstly, consider donating items that are still in good condition but may not sell. You may want to have a timeline for how long you're looking to sell an item, and if it doesn't sell in 6 months or in a year or however long of a period of time you want to use, donate the items. You'll feel great to get them out of your house, and it's going to help other people who may be in need of these items. There's also upcycling projects. For example, repurpose old baby clothes into quilts, or baby food jars can become storage containers. This is going to reduce waste and encourage your creativity. I know everyone has seen those sweatshirts that have the mama logo written in it with onesies in there. See what you can make. I'm sure that's a great gift for a grandma. It takes a lot of practice to get it right, so don't worry if you have a lot of items to use. It can become scraps for sewing projects in the future. So today we've explored the journey of minimizing and selling baby items. We focused on creating a clutter-free, intentional space for our families. I hope you found these tips and strategies helpful as you navigate this process in your own home. So it's all about creating spaces that nurture growth, creativity, meaningful connections, and embrace your own parenting style. So take what resonates with you from this video and apply it to your own parenting journey. Remember, every step towards a more intentional life and simpler life makes a big difference. So thanks for joining me. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to the Tiny Human Handbook for more tips on parenting with intention. I look forward to seeing you in the next video, and until then, take care and embrace the joy of parenting with a minimalist touch. Bye-bye.